Today we're going to have a look at the 2016 KLX150BF. Now you remember last year we had a look at the 15 model and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a little beast. This year there's been a few changes. The big change is the front forks. They're now upside down forks, so I reckon they're going to work a little bit better than the conventional forks that they had last year. Some of the other big changes are it's got a 21-inch front wheel and an 18-inch rear wheel now too, which is going to help when you're on the trails and also on the road too. And you'll also notice a big change in the style of the bike. It looks a lot like the KX450. They've changed all the plastics and the graphics on it, and it really does look racy. The instrument panel has changed up the top here too, so it doesn't look so cheap anymore, and you have a fuel gauge too now, which is great. In the rear end, it's got Unitrack suspension with a whopping 192mm of travel. It comes standard with back foot pegs, so if you do want to take a passenger down the road for a coffee, you can. With the new upside down front forks, it has 175mm of travel. Now it comes with some rubber foot peg mounts that are removable. And one last thing for 2016, it's got a new back muffler. It's quite a beefy sized muffler. Obviously going to keep the bike a lot quieter, but it also looks very trick. Well, let's take it out for a spin and see what I think about the 2016 model KLX150BF. Well, I just got off riding the KLX150BF. Now, what do I like about this bike? A whole range of things, to tell you the truth. If you had seen last year, I was over the moon with it. I think the big thing for me is because I'm not real tall, the bike's quite short. It gives you a lot of confidence. You get your feet down nice and easy, and it's really easy to maneuver. Now the front forks that they've put on this year, the upside down forks, are way better than last year's forks. They're very good tractable forks. It's probably the only one time that I've ever not complained that we've got a new bike and we have to break the suspension in. It just hopped over all the rocks and the tree roots and everything like that with ease. Now, they say the bike's got low to mid-range power, and that's true. It's a very easy, torquey bike to ride. What that really points this bike towards is exactly what it's made for, is a beginner, maybe your girlfriend or your wife, or an older sibling that's just learning how to ride, that's a little bit taller. This bike is perfectly suited for them. And don't forget, fellas, your wife or your girlfriend that nags you all the time about going camping and they want to come, well, now they've got a bike that you can register or put rec reg on Victoria if you want, and she'll follow you around, no worries, on trails like this. Very easy. It's fantastic for getting around town, commuting down to get your bread, your milk, or even go down and have a coffee. This bike is ideal. Something that I'd really like. I don't really like road bikes, but I don't mind getting a dirt bike on the road. It's not going to get you in trouble. You're not going to sit on the freeway at 100 k's an hour with this bike for too long, that's for sure. Let's face it, I'd much rather be on this than, say, jump in the car for 5 minutes. This is a lot more fun to get around town on. The KLX150BF is not a bike that you're going to go and get suspension tuned and anything like that, because it's not that sort of bike. It's a bike that you get on, you ride, you have fun. It's bulletproof, low maintenance. It really is something that you just pull out of the shed, start it up every time it starts with the electric start, get on it, have fun, and it does it really well. It's a cool little bike to run around town on. I love riding it around the streets.
For all your motorcycle insurance needs, visit swanmotorcycle.com.au.